If you're late diagnosed, I am curious if you relate to this. One of the patterns that I've been unlearning and rewiring is something that's been present since I was a kid. When I was young, I worked so freaking hard to keep up socially, keep up academically, keep up financially, to the point where I just would like fill my schedule from like morning to night and beyond. And I would become so incredibly exhausted and burnt out that I would actually wish and hope and sometimes even make myself physically ill just to have a break, just so that I had a reason not to respond to people socially, just so I had a reason not to go to work, not to go to school, not to do the thing. And that was an acceptable reason to take like a real true like break away from society for just a period of time. I realize now that a lot of that was actually autistic burnout at play. And in those times, I didn't have any control over it other than to like modify my lifestyle. But I didn't know to do that at the time. I just thought that I needed to work harder, do better, be better in order to succeed in being a fucking human. I became painfully aware of this pattern of actually making myself ill when COVID hit. And I actually opened my practice mid-pandemic. Acupuncturists were considered essential workers. And so I started working and going through so many life changes at once and just like a whole shitstorm of family dynamics and death and grief and all kinds of shit. I was so insanely overwhelmed and burned out that I actually wished that I got COVID. And that's not at all to downplay the seriousness of COVID. I get how insane it sounds to ask for that, but I was at like such a breaking point that I felt like I needed something to get me to give me an excuse to like stop. And then I got COVID. And in many ways it was a gift because I didn't get it that bad, and I have, Chinese medicine which helped me through it. And at that time I was able to come to grips with a lot of things that I wasn't able to when I was just so busy in the noise of life. One of those things being my autism. But I've since become aware of that pattern and have been unwinding it. And what I do now is I give myself permission to just fucking not participate for a period of time every now and then because I fucking need that. And since doing that, I get sick less often. When I do get sick, I recover much more quickly because I know that I don't need that as an excuse to take care of myself and give myself a break.